Hello. Welcome to our summer edition of what is now called Tuesday Night Live, because summer is more chill and we're going to have a little more fun with this. So, speaking of fun, let me introduce you to our guest. It is Angelina. She's back.
Hello. Yeah, I'm back. You can't get rid of me.
So, how are things with you?
They're good. I'm studying for my exam so I can be certified
Certified in what?
athletic training.
That
I,
sounds fun.
I chickened out and I didn't take it in February, but I really wish I would have. So, because they got pushed back to this long.
Yeah.
Okay, though. It's okay. We're good.
How have you been occupying yourself during this physical distancing?
Um, I've been working out, which I didn't really do when I was in school because I felt like I didn't have enough time and I was tired all the time.
Mhm.
Oh, I guess I've been learning. I've been like playing and stuff, learning new songs. But other than that, I've been talking to. Okay, well, I've been talking to friends and like being with family, but nothing specific. I do want to try the paint and the balloons from Princess Diaries. I found some darts.
What?
Yeah, I found some darts at my grandma's house, so I didn't have to buy them. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
So you get a canvas.
You know
They're
me, I
like,
haven't really watched those.
oh, you are deprived. You probably think they're crazy, but you watched the second one.
I watched the second one because y'all made me.
Anyways, in the first movie, her and her mom live in this cool firehouse that they renovated to be their house, and her mom's an artist, and so there's this wall that they have, and they put paint and balloons, and they throw darts at it. Well, I found darts, and I have balloons. I just have to find a way to hang up a canvas, and it's not hazardous. And anyway, so I want to try that. That's hopefully what
That looked fun.
I've never done it, but I've always wanted to do it ever since I saw that movie when I was very young. So
I always dread this question when I'm on video chats and things because I'm like, I've been stuck at home. I don't do anything exciting. Um, but I've come to realize that people have different hobbies. So where like I watch movies or play video games or read books, other people might be building. I have a friend who builds furniture for other friends who are starting gardens. So things we don't normally get to talk about. So even if you think it's kind of lame, it might be kind of cool. Like you're
that's true.
throwing darts at a
Well, I want to. We are
paint-filled balloons.
gardening.
I would have never thought about that.
It's fun. I hope. I feel like it will be. But we're also gardening. My dad and like he has a garden every summer, and then we're redoing the porch. So that's a project. But we we're gonna work.
Um, so last time we had you on, we talked about kind of praise and worship specifically. This time we're just going to talk about music. So in order to give people time to log in and get settled, um, and to post their request in the comments, because if you request a song and Angelina knows it, we'll fit it in. I thought it would be fun to, off the top of our heads, to come up with a list of our top 5 kind of faithy, churchy, praise and worshipy ish songs that kind of came to us. So my number 5 was Nineveh, just because I really like the song, and when you introduced it to me, I was like, that's my jam, and I listened to it literally every day for a semester.
I didn't know that. Oh, where do I go?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, probably okay. So I have a lot of songs. I'm like a mood song person, but one of the songs came to my mind is "I Surrender." I think I did that last time. It, man, that song always just pops in my head because it's so awesome to play, but just praise and sing. So that's definitely, I would say, my number 5. But
It's so simple, so you don't have to worry about like, am I singing the right words and things.
and the keys like real easy because some keys for songs are like
We've talked about there where the
they're
verses are
higher
really
voices.
high and the
Yeah,
choruses are really low, and then you gotta like male voices and female voices.
yeah,
Um,
that's all I gotta worry about. But that's one that I found a sweet spot that I just You can never go wrong with it.
Yeah. And one that will probably not be a surprise to you. There's a Crowder song on my list. Back to the Garden.
Tell me about
It's just a really interesting take on kind of the Garden of Eden story, and kind of, we're striving to get back to that, as in like the garden is heaven, and it's just a really cool song. So yeah.
my next one would probably be, I'd say Cece's Lullaby. I know I don't know if anybody's gone to retreats that I've played at CCM. It's definitely one that I lean to just because it's so calming. And for me, I just when anytime I sing it or play it, I just feel so rested in God. I feel like I'm in His arms, and I tend to kind of want to run sometimes and not faced with whatever is going on in my life. So that's definitely one I think everybody needs. I just kind of
Mhm.
sense it, and I don't know. I don't remember who introduced that to me, but it's definitely one that's like, because we're all God's children,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Sometimes we forget about it, so it's like, oh, we need to rest. So oh, it's just it's such a pretty song. So definitely.
Yeah, and that's definitely like a classic CCM AO song. So I want to say we started playing it fairly early when we were doing AO. Um,
Probably the first year, because I think Caroline's the one that probably introduced it to everybody.
mhm.
Shout out to Lord.
My number three is Surrounded, Fight My Battles, but not like the actual song, but like this very.
That's the one part in it.
So I guess, so for those of you watching, if you don't have it caught on with Christian music, especially praise and worship music, one person might write a song and may put it out as a single, but then like 4 or 5 other people may also put it out as a single with their own little spin on it. So this was a take of that song, which I think is like a Bethel or Hillsong, one of those type of bands. But the Upper Room, which I guess is an offshoot of Bethel. I don't know. So much like interweaving. Everyone's friends with everybody. Um,
That's very true though. That's
their version of that song um, is pretty much, if I'm having a bad day and feel very overwhelmed, that's like my go-to, like pump myself back up kind of songs.
hmm Next one would probably be "Even Unto Death" by the Audrey Assad. That song, uh, just talking about, I don't know. It's a song that kind of sounds. Don't know how to describe it. It's just talking about no matter what you go through, like Jesus still has that love. And I remember always wanting to play it, and when I finally figured out the key, like it's just a song that always pops into my mind, just because I think it came at a time in my life when I was like kind of stuck. So I was definitely in a dry spell in the desert, like it was really hot and dry there, and so that song was kind of like living water that would help me out a little bit. So also, when I first played it, I was like, "Oh, I don't know if anybody's gonna like this one," and then it was like, "Oh." So it's definitely one that I really, really like. Always comes to mind.
My number two is On My Side by Kim Walter or Walker Smith or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently it's a very difficult song to sing. We sang it once and you guys were like, never again.
I don't know if I sang it. That might have been.
Yeah, I think it was you, but that's okay.
I
Because that's one of the
want to
hard things
shove that
about.
down into my darkest depths.
So that's one of the things that kind of is unique about Christian music and praise and worship. They're almost two different things. Because a good Christian song may not fit well for communal worship.
Mm-hmm.
And even though that song was amazing and it fit what we were talking about and it hit on like so many themes, it just wasn't something that was easy to jump in if you hadn't heard the song. But I really, really like the song. So he's my number two. So
Hey, it must be. I need to listen to it again. I'll probably have fresh ears than I did whenever we played it. My number two is "Masterpiece" by Tori Kelly. For anybody who doesn't know me, I love Tori Kelly. She's pretty great. So this song, when I started grad school, her gospel album came out, guess around that time, I don't remember. But this was my pump up song. Like anytime that I don't think I have the confidence to do something, or I would literally listen to it before every test. I would be in my room getting ready, like, come on, I listened to it like a lot of times. So that's definitely a song that I don't know, it always pumps me up when I need it.
Yep. My number one is throwing it back a little bit, back to probably late elementary, early middle school, maybe. I didn't check the dates because then I'd feel really depressed. So it's by a band called Jars of Clay.
I've heard of them.
Love song for a savior. Um,
Yeah.
and it's so stereotypical 90s, like grungy Christian music, but it's like not like it's so cringy, but I love it. And I
It's not
recently
crazy.
stumbled across it again recently, and so at least once a week I listen to that song. So figured it'd be funny to put a slightly cringy old song on there. It's not all of them from the 90s were very good. They were good for the time.
Hey, it
So
started the like revamping of that though. I mean, leading into
it did. They were one of
Mhm.
the first kind of Christian bands to get on secular radio in a long time.
Yeah, kind of revamp, I think, Christianity in a lot of ways. Started
Yeah.
that like
So
music.
that was my number one. And
Yeah.
I'm totally it's not number one of all time. It's just number one that popped in my head.
Sweet. Okay, my number one. Okay. Well, this is my number one just because I like the song means a lot to me. So it's called Empty and Beautiful by Matt Maher. Not a I don't think a very well known Matt Maher song at all. I think it's
Mm-mm.
from one of his first albums. And it always pops into my head because like in high school I was like struggling a little bit. So I would like I don't cry listening to love songs or anything really. But this song I have purposely haven't listened to it, but anytime I do it's like ooh, it hits me hard. It hits me hard. So that definitely that one, and it's also like reminds me of a time when I chose to like dedicate myself to the faith and with my like personal walk with God, and it kind of helped me have motivation to start that because it was definitely something that I previously wasn't my priority by any means, and so it was hard kind of having to sacrifice other things in order to like help my faith grow in the best way possible. That included maybe not being close to some friends and kind of feeling like lonely and stuff. So this song definitely like it's a good one. It is a good one for sure.
Yeah, usually the ones from like either when we're younger or like when that's connected to like a strong memory or even one from like maybe a big uh, signpost in our kind of faith journey. Those are the
Mhm.
ones that are like, man, like no matter how much no one knows it or no one else likes it or how cringy it might be
Mhm.
now, like that song will always be like, we will always stop what we're doing to listen to that song.
Oh yeah, like it's like or you'll just think of like a certain memory or time and you're like, "Ooh, it
Mm.
takes me back. Takes me back."
Awesome. So, um, are you ready to play some music?
I guess I am.
All right.
Do you want me to
Um,
pray in or
that is totally up to you. I'm going to give up control over to Miss Angelina, which, anyone who knows us, that might, who knows what'll happen.
it always turns out fine. It always
It'll
turns
be it'll be fun and awesome no matter what. So, um, even while she's playing a couple songs, if you have a request that you want to throw up, if you have a question, a comment, if you want us to talk about to name one of your favorite songs and talk about it, we totally can. So, yeah, we'll get started. So I'm gonna go away. See you in a bit
uh, uh,
once I figure out how to do this.
can't help you there. Oh, there we go. Okay. Thanks for joining, guys. It's always good to have a good praise and worship and start the week, especially trying to get back into the swing of it. So, this song Dear God, thank you for gathering us all here, even if people watch this a little later, that's okay. Thank you, Lord, for all the good that you've shown us, even through this weird time. I pray that we can kind of let go, actually, not kind of, really let go of whatever we're holding on to tonight. Even if it's just for a little bit, even if we can only hop on for a couple minutes. Lord, speak to our hearts. Show us what we need to see. Tell us what we need to hear. Help us feel what we need to feel. Work in this place wherever we are. Work within our hearts, Lord. Even through times when we don't feel it, we're in desolation, in the desert. Maybe this is one of those times, Lord. Call us deeper. You are here, moving in our midst. Worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. Worship you. I worship you. You are way make, miracle work, promise keep, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Way make, miracle work, promise keep, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Lord, move within our midst, move within our hearts, Lord. That first verse again. Welcome him into this place. You are here, moving in our midst. Worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. Worship you. I worship you. You are way make, miracle work, promise keep, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are way make, miracle work, promise keep, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Way make, miracle work, promise keep, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are way make, miracle work, promise keep, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Touch our hearts, Lord. Let's go. This place. You are here, touching every heart. Worship you. I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. Worship you. I worship you. We're gonna go over that again. You are here, touching every heart. Worship you. I I worship you. You are here, filling every heart. Worship you. I worship you. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are Lord, waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, mending every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are Lord, waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 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 This is who you are, Lord. You're the ultimate healer, the light in the darkness. Let us proclaim that. Let us say that is who you are. Even if we have a hard time believing it sometimes, this is who God is. This is who He is. That is who you are. 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 Even when I don't see it, you work. Even when I don't feel it, you work. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you work. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop never stops ahead. He's always there for us. That is who you are. 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 You are. Waymaker, miracle work, promise keep, light in the darkness, my God. That is who you are. Waymaker, miracle work, promise keep, light in the darkness, my God. That is who you are. 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 Waymaker, miracle work, promise keep, light in the darkness, my God. That is who you are. Waymaker, miracle work, promise keep, light in the darkness, my God. That is who you are. That is who you are. You're here with us. Let us come to you with all our intentions. Calm our hearts, Lord. Calm our hearts. We are worshiping you. I gotta leave my music. So even if we don't see you working, you're still working through us. And with that, and with that, you may think we're too far off, too far gone, too far from Him, but that's not true. Because I think for me, sometimes I'm a people pleaser, and I chase after that praise instead of God sometimes. And the song really reminds me of, I'm gonna grab it real quick. It really reminds me of, sorry, all over the place today. Really reminds me of Luke 12:32. Says, "Do not be afraid any longer, little flock, for your Father is pleased to give you the kingdom. Sell your belongings and give alms. Provide money bags for yourselves that do not wear out, an inexhaustible treasure in heaven that no thief can reach, nor moth destroy. For where your treasure is, there also will your heart be." And I think sometimes we can put our treasures in bags that will continue to be empty, but I once kind of thought of this verse kind of like God gives you a heavenly purse that, like in it, it's immune from wearing out, immune from moths, that we can store the treasures that God gives us, the gift that God gives us. Because those are abundant, and we need a special place to keep it. And we can trust Him with all the treasures that we have instead of the world. So He's here with us. And no matter what we find to try to satisfy ourselves, it's only through God that we truly are fulfilled. He can take our bones and breathe life back into them. Let's take this time right now, and even outside of this, after we're done, to breathe in that spirit. Allow God to breathe life into our bones. That will drop our earthly purses and pick up our heavenly ones. Because there's nothing better than that. God, rid of all these distractions, especially the ones that I'm dealing with, and everyone. Let us focus on storing our treasures with you, Lord. Your treasures don't fade, Lord. I searched the world. It couldn't feel me. Man's empty praise, treasure that fades, never enough. And you came along and put me back together. And every desire is now satisfied here in your love. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing is better than you. Back to that beginning. Take up our heavenly bags, the treasures you give us, Lord. And I search the world. It couldn't fill me. Man's empty praise, treasure that fades are never enough. And you came along and put me back together. And every desire is now satisfied here in your love. Oh, there's nothing better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing is better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing is better than you. Let's show our flaws, our weaknesses to Lord. Get those all up so we can store His gifts with us. He looks past our failures and flaws. Because of his love. I'm not afraid to show you my weakness, my failures and flaws. You've seen them all, and you still call me friend. 'Cause the God of the mountains is the God of the valley. There's not a place where mercy and grace won't find me again. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing is better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you. Oh, there's nothing is better than you. He makes everything new. He makes everything right. Let's proclaim that. Let's proclaim that. You turn mourning to dancing. You give beauty for ashes. You turn shame into glory. You're the only one who can. You turn mourning to dancing. You give beauty for ashes. You turn shame into glory. You're the only one who can. You're the only one. You turn mourning to dancing. You give beauty for ashes. You turn shame into glory. You're the only one who can. You turn graves into gardens. You turn bones into armies. You turn seas into highways. You're the only one who can. You turn graves into gardens. You turn bones into armies. You turn seas into highways. You're the only one who can. You're the only one who can. You turn graves into gardens. You turn bones into armies. You turn seas into highways. You're the only one who can. Oh, there's nothing better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing is better than you. like we have some suggestions. So, ooh, those are good ones. Okay, which one? I know all of them. Okay, sorry, we're gonna take a little bit. I gotta look at this one, the chords for this. So, which one should I do? Which one?
So, I don't know. They're all really, really good. But you did mention that Even Unto Death was one of your favorite songs in your top 5.
Oh, I gotta see. I gotta figure out the key. Oh wait, it is acceptable for me to look and see in a previous journal to see what key I did it in.
Yes, it is
Okay.
perfectly acceptable.
Also, great suggestions. Also, I know it's an awkward break in between praise and this, but great song. I was introduced to this song by a friend, Graves in the Garden, and Graves into Gardens, and kind of reminds me of Bones, but like a
Mhm.
soldier Bones. So I had to sing it tonight because it's a good one. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I hope it's in this one. It should be. It was like the newer. Oh, good ones, girl. Girl, you know me, Morgan. Okay, let's see here. Hope it's in here. Okay.
So I thought I was going to hop on and help with the awkward silence, but I don't have anything to talk about.
No, it's okay. Why do you like Even Unto Death, Casey?
This is horrible. Oh, Morgan, I'm so glad it's you watching.
No, this is like it's all about
So,
being open to anything.
I think that the thing that like I connect the most with Even Unto Death is that like it reminds me that like because I know for me and I know for a lot of people, we tend to beat ourselves up and have a lot of like negative self-talk.
Mm-hmm.
Like the things I say to myself, I would never say to another person on the planet.
Oh.
And so that kind of self-doubt and that slight, word in the back of your mind of like, he wasn't thinking of you when he did this. And so that song in particular reminds me that like, even as he was dying, he was thinking of me. And not like the collective me, but like as a part of humanity, but like me as in the weirdo who had a brain fart on the live stream. And so that song always connected to me because that's a good reminder for me. And so Morgan coming in clutch with a comment. So she also says Graves in the Gardens is a new favorite. This is also the first time I've heard it all the way through.
Really?
So, because I listened to snippets of it, but I just hadn't had time to listen to it all the way through. So I also agree that's a new favorite that I definitely love it. So
it is. Oh man, it is a good one. That's one that sorry, I'm typing because I have to look at it.
You're good.
I really wish I was good with memorizing this stuff.
I wish I was good at playing because I can memorize music drop of a hat, but I cannot play or sing very well. So everyone has their gifts.
So it's not on Song Select.
Even in death.
No, it is. No, the lyrics are. The lyrics are. I was about to like.
Because this is live streamed and on the internet, we have to be mindful of copyright.
Yes.
Which is why we said we would try to put the song on.
No, this is on. It's on Song Select. Okay. The chords aren't, but the words are. So I think we're good. Okay, we are. We're good. We're good. Okay, I think Did I drop this down? See, the thing is, I always played it because Audrey Assad has a heavenly voice that reaches the heights that I can't.
Well, how about start it? And if you need to stop and switch it, stop and switch it. It's a live stream, so we have that ability. So I'm going to go away now. Oh, wait.
Okay. We have another comment?
I know. Morgan should be on the live stream with us.
Honestly. Yes. Yes.
Yes, dude.
Yes.
Morgan should just be here instead of me.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go what?
That is so true, Morgan. I am literally, yes. Because I think sometimes since we tend to dwell on the negatives, kind of can't see the positive, but that song definitely like puts it out there and shows like the power of God can turn it opposite, which is what we all need. Because I'm a positive person, but on the inside, I tend to, not be okay. I think this is good. This is what I usually do, guys. So sorry for the delay. Even unto death, beautiful song. So coming back into. Oh. Oh, we got it. We got it. Okay, sorry. Okay. Come back to us. Come back to God. This too is my top 5. We talked. Despite what we say to ourselves and about ourselves, this isn't true. Because even just the thought of Jesus, even saying his name, just helps us breathe in his light, in his spirit. And you set our hearts aflame, Lord. Okay. Sorry. Get rid of all the distractions, Lord. Get rid of them. Set our hearts on fire. Breathe in your spirit. Jesus, the very thought of you, it fills my heart with love. Jesus, you burn like wildfire, and I am overcome. Lover of my soul, even unto death, with my every breath I will love you. Lover of my soul, even unto death, with my every breath I will love you. Let us know that we are loved by you, Lord. This is truth. Let us not deny ourselves of that. It's readily there. Jesus, you are my only hope, and you my prize shall be. Jesus, you are my glory now, and in eternity. lover of my soul, even unto death. With my every breath I will love you. In my darkest hour, in humiliation, I will wait for you. I'm not forsaken, though I lose my life. Though my breath be taken, I will wait for you. I'm not forsaken. One thing I desire, to see you in your beauty. You are my delight. Yeah, you are my glory. You my sacrifice. Oh, your love is all consuming. You are my delight. Yeah, you are my glory. In my darkest hour, in humiliation, I wait for you. I'm not forsaken, though I lose my life. Though my breath be taken, I will wait for you. I'm not forsaken. One thing I desire, to see you in your beauty. You are my delight. Yeah, you are my glory. You are my sacrifice. Oh, your love is all consuming. You are my delight. Yeah, you are my glory. Oh, you are my glory. Jesus, you are my glory. My glory. Lover of my soul, even unto death. With my every breath I will love you. Lover of my soul, even unto death. With my every breath I will love you. You're the lover of my soul, even unto death. With my every breath I will love you. Lover of my soul, even unto death. With my every breath I will love you. Jesus, the very thought of you. Jesus, the very thought of you. Amen. Even unto death. So to close out, we're going to sing Nineveh, which is one of Casey's top 5. Dear sinner, you love us so much, God. And maybe sometimes you ask us to do things that are hard, that we don't want to do. Maybe you're pulling out our hearts during this maybe isolation, or maybe during this unpredictable time, it's not where we thought we'd be during this time. Instead, having that fight or flight reaction, Lord, let us say yes. Let us answer your call for us. You'll never make our spiritual purses scarce. You'll never abandon us, Lord. You call us deep. Call us deep during this time. Tug at our hearts. Lead us, Lord. Lead us, God. No matter what comes our way, you're with us. You're at the depths of our hearts. You remain there. Let us always keep you there. Especially during the hard times. And during times where we are thankful, grateful. Let us be like Jonah. Answer that call. Stop fighting and say yes. No matter what it is. You know our hearts, Lord. I've lost my ways in raging seas, breaking waves crash over me. To cling to hope seems but a dream, 'cause wilder seas turn within me. 'Cause I will go to Nineveh, where you lead, I'll go. Through the fears and the storms out in front of me, I will dive in the deep, my Lord. Give us the strength to go where we don't want to do what you're calling us to do, no matter how scary it may seem. I've been picked up, thrown into grief, but still your love's in memory. To cling to hope seems but a dream. On the shore, my skin bleached clean. 'Cause I will go to Nineveh, where you lead, I'll go. Through the fears and the storms out in front of me, I will dive in the deep, my Lord. 'Cause I will go to Nineveh, where lost through this journey, through it, trying to figure out what God is calling us to do, or just calling us to get closer to Him. We're found because we found Him. He is our home. He is our destiny. He is where our journey will end. 'Cause I'm not lost, I'll take the ground. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm not lost, I'll take the ground. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm not lost, I'll take the ground. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm not lost, I'll take the ground. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm not lost, I'll take the ground. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm found in you. I'm not lost, I'll take the ground. 'Cause I'm found in you. 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 'Cause I will go to Nineveh. Where you lead, I'll go. Through the fears and the storms out in front of me, I will dive in the deep, my Lord. 'Cause I will go to Nineveh. Where you lead, I'll go. Through the fears and the storms out in front of me, I will dive in the deep, my Lord. 'Cause I will go to Nineveh. Where you lead, I'll go. Through the fears and the storms out in front of me, I will dive in the deep, my Lord. 'Cause I will go to Nineveh. Where you lead, I'll go. Through the fears and the storms out in front of me, I will dive in the deep, my Lord. 'Cause I'm not lost, I'll take the ground. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm not lost, I'll take the ground. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm not lost, I'll take the ground. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm not lost, I'll take the ground. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm not lost, I'll take the ground. 'Cause I'm found in you. 'Cause I'm found in you. through the fears and the storms out in front of me. I will dive in the deep, my Lord, 'cause I will go to the where you lead, I'll go through the fears and the storms out in front of me. I will dive in deep, my Lord. Thank you, God, for giving us this time. Just sit with you, to let you into our hearts. Maybe some of us are having a hard time doing that. Maybe some of us don't know how to do that. But lead us into it, Lord. Speak to our hearts. Take us where we need to go. Let us get a deeper relationship with you. Let us get a deep relationship with you. Let us use this time of rest. Take away all the unknown, the anxieties about that, the worries about that. Because what we do know is that you love us. You'll never abandon us. You make ways for us. You never leave us empty. You love us so much. All the things we may see as flaws or negatives, let us give those to you. Let's give those thoughts to you, Lord. That we may find peace, comfort, and rest. Thank you, God, so much. Watch over us. Keep us safe. Take out our hearts to help others who need it. They need it. Lord, let us rest in you.
Great. Thank you so much, Angelina, for coming and singing with us and laughing with us and sharing your top 5 with us. Is there anything going on that you want to let everybody know that you're doing?
On Fridays at 3 p.m., Anna Jufrey and I'll use proper English. Anna Jufrey and we pray the Divine Mercy Chaplet on Zoom. So if you want to hit me up on Instagram, amacaroni96, or Facebook, message me, or if you have my number, text me. I then can send you the link and password so you can join us. So that's something we started on Divine Mercy Sunday. And it's just, I don't know, I'm trying to get back better with prayer. And I usually have a hard time trusting God. And then for some reason, unbeknownst to me, I've been a lot better about that and more at peace with it. And I was thinking one day, I was like, it's probably because I've been praying that on Friday. So maybe a little bit. So sometimes God, it's not like a sort of thing all the time, like big signs. Sometimes it's just little things and you look back and it's like, oh, thanks God. Because usually I don't know, I have a hard time sometimes. So yeah, it's something we've been doing every Friday. So it's just really great. It doesn't take long. Singing it takes longer. We don't sing it, but maybe we will one time. But it's something that we've really just found a lot of grace in and a lot of light. So I really enjoy it. I've always liked praying the Divine Mercy Chaplet, so it's been really great.
Yeah. So definitely check that out. Reach out to her or reach out to us. We'll get you in contact with people you need to do that. All of our summer things. This was our first summer event in this new trial of trying things out, and kind of weirdness of being physically separate. That doesn't mean we are socially distant. So we have 3 small groups that are taking signups. One is Walking with Purpose Women's Bible Study, led by our beautiful alumni, Brittany. Our Hendrix student leader, Hunter, is leading one on Wednesday evenings on the book of Daniel and other Old Testament stuff, which is going to be pretty awesome. And then, as requested, I'm going to lead one on Thursday afternoons, like lunchtime, on the book of Luke, using Little Rock Scripture Study. So, and we're going to do a little different. So it doesn't matter what school you go to. It doesn't matter whether you're an alumni of us or alumni of any other campus ministry, or you're just a young adult. Doesn't matter. We want to hang out and share community with you, so be a part of that. And we have tons of other stuff, so check out all of our social media and website or info. So, and who knows, you may see Angelina there. But you'll definitely see me.
Maybe, probably.
So we'll see you this time next week, 7:30, and who knows who our guest will be. It's a mystery.
I don't even know. I wish I could.
So, but it'll be fun and interesting no matter what. So have a great night. Bye.